It's Week 8 of the NFL, and we'll get to see the Eagles, reigning league MVP. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Bengals under the lights on Sunday night.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to... So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Man in motion, headed right. Throwing to start this game. Escapes the pocket. He's taking a shot on his... Wide open, downfield, got it! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Eagles and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Play action on first down. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. I'm just taking a guess here, Brock, that they were so concerned with his passing prowess that they forgot this dude can deal quite a bit of damage with his legs, too.
Yeah, this is where offenses in the NFL are blurring with the college game. They want guys running the show who can light it up through the air, but just as often torch you on the ground, with numbers normally reserved for running backs.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They'll send him over right. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Eagles ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. He's got Devontae Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the run right, throwing deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone now. Flush down now to his left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground. Looking like an effective dual threat thus far. They go play action on 1st. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. They have themselves another 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Forced out to his right. Completed to Davis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Back to pass on 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. This finds Smith. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Back now, pressure on its way. Chased out to his right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Wow, wide open here, complete. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10, they're going to throw. Davis there to grab it. Oh, what a stiff arm. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He throws a bullet deep to the... They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I know they may have wanted to throw that pass a little bit sooner, but I'll tell you what, that receiver's ability to navigate his way across the entire field really set up the space he needed to complete the huge gain.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Dropping back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles stretch their lead on the final play of the third. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never...
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his right. He's got Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. First down from the red zone. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. Juke, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles running them out of the building. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Throwing it to start this drive. On the move, headed right. He's got it at the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Completed to Reynolds. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On the move, looking deep down. He's got it inside the 25. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign.